This will be talking about how to get the rarest car in the entire game at the moment, the Porsche 911 Turbo S 2023, exactly how you guys can get it today and everything you need to know about this car. Now, of course, there have been quite a few cars that have been rare that have come and gone within Forza. For example, the main change that has been made to the rarity status of these cars has been the backstage pass. So you've seen cars like the Porsche 911 GT3 RS or, of course, the BMW M5 CS previously be extremely rare and on top of these lists, then suddenly become fairly common after the addition of the backstage pass. But the Turbo S is still one that's virtually impossible to find on the auction house, but I'll be giving a helping hand to make sure you guys can be able to get one of these in your garage. And the first way I'll be doing that is via a quick giveaway. Now, for example, we recently did one of these with the Chevrolet Pro Stock Camaro, and I gave away nearly 100 of these because the video got 6,300 likes as of now, and like I said, I was able to give away nearly 100, and we might even continue that giveaway to go for even more. So check that out on screen if you guys want to check out that video pop up. And the same thing we'll be doing for this car as well. So for every 150 likes this video gets, I'll be giving away 3 of these Porsches. All you need to do to enter is make sure you subscribe to my channel with notifications on, you smash the like button, you've joined my Discord server, and finally if you commented down below to secure your entry. And if you want to of course get those steps, they'll also be in the pinned comment, so you guys will be able to take a look for yourself and make sure you get a chance to enter. So share the video around, make sure we run up the likes as many as possible. So like I said, it's for every 150 likes, meaning if we get 450, I'll go and give away 9 of these cars in total. But aside from that, the main way to be able to get this car is simply through auction house sniping, because it's only been added to the festival playlist 1 or 2 times, and the last time you guys had an opportunity to even get this car in a festival playlist via challenges or races would have been years ago. So since then, there's been no way to get this car, not through the Forza shop, not through any kind of event, and definitely not through the backstage pass, at least yet. Let's go and head to the festival playlist, and I'll go and show you guys how it works. And firstly, you guys might see I've got a billion super wheel spins, and some people often ask me how, as well as how do we fund these giveaways in the first place, because like I said as well, in the car collection screen, we've got every single car in the game, and as I go to the auction house, I'll talk about how that's possible. And there are a few things to keep in mind. Now, first, you can check the pinned comment. We've got nearly 20,000 reviews. It can be done for Xbox, PS5 or PC instantly, so do check that out if you guys want to get all the rare cars and don't have to struggle about how to get these anymore. Now, there are 2 things very important with auction house sniping that people often overlook, and it's firstly is where you do it, because you can snipe cars from many parts of the map. For example, you can do it at any of the festival outposts, you can do it at your own house in game, or the main festival playlist area. And the main festival playlist area is always going to be the best because for whatever reason, there's slightly of a lower input lag. What that means is that my auction house menu will load quicker than you if you're in your house and I'm in the main festival area. And why is that important? And just quickly, most of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to help us hit 150k and stay up to date with the best Forza glitches, content, news and more, be sure to tap that button. It really helps out a lot. Well, if you know anything about sniping cars, you of course would know the fact that every single millisecond counts. When you guys are trying to snipe a car that everyone wants to get, there's going to be a lot of competition, and there'll be a lot of people waiting very patiently for one of those to appear. So if you can load a little bit quicker than them, you'll have a higher likelihood of snagging the car. And there are 2 main parameters to consider with your filters. Firstly, if you're trying to get one of these cars at any price possible, don't worry about any filter. And what that means, if you've got credit to spend, if you want to spend 20 million on this car, just add into your collection, who cares about a filter? But secondly, if you're trying to get on a budget simply because you have a limited amount of credit, or of course you want to resell it to make profit, make sure you add a max buy filter of around 11 million, which will only ensure that cars below this amount show on your auction house radar. The reason being is because it's pretty easy when you guys have been trying to snipe cars for hours, that you simply, if you see a simple car pop up, you'll just buy it and not even look at the price. And if you accidentally spend 20 million on a car that you were trying to resell for profit, well, you're not going to make any money from that because it's the max buy price, so it could prevent a pretty expensive mistake. So there are 2 things that are very unique about this car, but again, auction house sniping will be the best way to get it, and you can usually get it within a few hours if you guys are pretty good with the sniping. But people often asking me, well, why would people even list these cars up in the first place? Well, there are a few different reasons you guys have to consider. And firstly, that's that many people don't even know this is a rare car. In fact, it's a pretty plain looking car when it comes to the biggest supercars. I mean, compared to the GT3 RS, this looks very tame. And if you're in your garage and you're new to the game and you're simply trying to get some money to buy an next house or car, and you saw this in your garage, maybe you just list it up to get a few 100,000 credits quickly to go in and farm up that money as soon as possible. So the first answer is that people simply don't know how much this is worth, and that's even amplified by the fact that there is so little of these in the auction house. There's no reference market price. If you want to know how much to sell a car for on the auction house, the easiest way to find that out is by looking at other listings. Okay, cool, maybe they go for 2 million, maybe this guy's gone for 3 million, I'll do 2.5. But this car, there are 0 listings to choose from, so people don't even know. They'll list them up at 2 to 300,000 thinking that's the most they'll get, when in reality it's worth 20 million. So firstly, because people simply don't know know how much it's worth. And secondly, a lot of people give these to their friends. For example, the way that we can get you rare cars is via the auction house, so we'd actually be interacting with that public space, which means hundreds of these cars get listed up every single day from people simply giving them to their friends or getting them any choice of rare cars they want, like in the pinned comment, which gives a lot of people opportunities to be able to get in the middle of that and snipe these cars. So although some people are doubtful as to why any of these would ever get listed, the reality is that a lot of these do, by people who don't know how much they're worth or people trying to give them to a friend, which you could potentially get in the middle of. So do keep that in mind, and like I said guys, do be sure to enter the giveaway. Unfortunately, this will be the best way for you guys to be able to get this car. Other than that, unless you get it added to the backstage pass, there's really not much hope for a way to legitimately unlock it through a regular event aside from auction house sniping. So like, subscribe, join the Discord, and comment down below to secure entry, and let's see how many of these we can give away, if any.